Welcome to Social Town. In this video, we are going to learn about 9 effective ways to understand the others. Understanding the other person is the first step to having effective communication. Whether for your personal relationships, talking with your family, or communicating with someone new to you, there are certain clues for understanding the other. You don't need to attend any specialized courses or aspire for being a detective-like if you are not planning to do this job. Yet in certain cases, you may want to analyze the person or persons you are dealing with. The things a person thinks or pops into his mind can give you certain clues. In this video, we'll examine 9 tips that will help you analyze the other person who you're communicating with. Watch till the end and let us know what you think about tip number 9 in the comments. Please consider subscribing to our channel for more informational videos which cover wellness to self-improvement, relationships, and more. Number 1. Pay attention to body language. Even if people are not aware of it, they use their body language a lot. When many people cannot explain what they want to say, they cannot hide their actions and behaviors. Failing to make eye contact with you may mean that the person has something they cannot tell you, or having difficulties while telling you. If the person is using his hands excessively, it may refer to lying, while shaking feet all the time may refer to excitement. Looking down while walking shows a lack of self-confidence. A self-confident person reveals this condition through the actions. Knowing all these details can be a very important clue for understanding the other person. Number 2. Control gestures and mimics. If there's something else as essential as the body language that the other person can exhibit while interacting with you, it's gestures and mimics. Whether the person is coughing, scratching her face all the time, or her expression while talking. For instance, if somebody likes you and you're trying to understand this, observe and examine the person's behavior towards you. Sometimes people who cannot express themselves through words may give themselves away through their mimics and gestures. Number 3. Compare the moves the person makes. You ought to be an excellent observer to make an effective interpretation of the other individual. In the group, investigate to see whether she's treated in the same way to someone else as she's treating you. When someone behaves oddly, you need to look out for them. If her facial expressions, behaviors, gestures change, you need to take a close look to assess the individual. It is difficult to analyze someone who has inconsistent behaviors. Number 4. Empathize with the person. Empathy is the name of the emotion that allows you to internalize the feelings of somebody else to express your own feelings in the same way. Applying tip number 9 is essential for empathy. Internalizing the other person makes you understand the other better. For example, while talking with someone who experienced an upsetting event, try to internalize the things he experienced and ask yourself the question of, what kind of mood would I have? The greatest way to find out a person is to learn how to think like them. Also, there are some ways you can gain the ability to empathize later. Number 5. Do not generalize. Generalizations are suggestions that you embrace because of your prior experience. Prejudices can lead you to believe the wrong things about the people you know. You should weigh every person according to the situations in which they work. Should not make generalizations. The information we stated in the other items will help you with this and help you change your judgment criterion. Stereotypes put forth by others and spread by word of mouth are assertions. Number 6. Do not assume to know what is going on in the minds of others. If you do this, the other person may not feel comfortable around you. Mind reading is only happening in sci-fi movies. You cannot read people's minds in actual life. If you act like this, you notice that over time you suspect those around you of being dishonest. You should not aim to be always right, but to understand the other person. Never forget it. Number 7. Do not rush. You cannot figure out anyone instantly. The approach of asserting someone you've met for the first time is to be a little patient. Get familiar with the person through continuous communication. Acting slow and steady during this getting to know someone else phase will help you in the long run. So be sure not to hurry as much as you can. Judging the other person quickly will not provide you accurate determinations. Number 8. You must understand yourself too. Understanding yourself is as important as understanding the other one. If you are uncertain of the accuracy of your own actions, you cannot communicate effectively. You should be in control. Then, you will better adapt to the circumstances that arise and behave accordingly. Now is the time for tip number 9. We believe the following tip is very important, but also difficult to implement. Waiting for your comments. Number 9. You must learn to listen. American finance expert Bernard Baruch stated that most of the successful people I've known are the ones who do more listening than talking. Perhaps sometimes listening may be more difficult than talking. To understand the other person and make sense of their behavior, be a fantastic listener. People often avoid listening to others. Their attention disrupts, and the things told by the other person fly away when listening. This applies not only to face-to-face communication, it should be the same at every point where technology enters our lives. And you're supposed to listen to someone you're talking to on social media to support her. If you handle people constructively, you can receive proper feedback and understand them more. Understanding people is an enormous challenge, of course. To be a good observer, to be empathetic, to be patient, to get to know yourself, to learn to listen. These are the things that can help you overcome the problems in understanding people. Trying to get to know a person can give you hints how to act besides creating positive and healthy communication. It's up to you to use them to your benefit. Irrespective of your status or title in life, seek to get to understand others. What you need to do for it is listening to people and act accordingly. You notice that as you understand others, your biases towards people become demolished. Then you can see that things in life run more smoothly. Please let us know in the comments below if you sometimes have difficulties understanding the others. Thanks for watching Social Town. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe and bell buttons and share it with your friends. This will encourage us to create new videos for you.